Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Tom Stewart here. Liz Trotter is efforting her way in. She's got some technical difficulties, but I'm sure she'll have that resolved shortly. And I'm with Don Stormo, and this is Smart Business Moves. Hey, Don, how are you?
Hey, Tom, how are you, sir? Doing well here.
I'm awesome. You know,
A little
we
cool in Atlanta. How is it in Charleston?
I was like expressing my dissatisfaction with how cold it was today, and I was on a Zoom call.
Oh, a little echo there.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
No, because I'm on the phone with you, Tom.
Oh, now we
Okay.
can hear you on the phone. We're good.
Okay. I guess. So what else do we need?
Hey, y'all, fun and games with Liz.
Can you hear her okay, Don?
We can barely hear her, but we can hear her. Yes.
Huh.
No worries.
We also can hear Dawn
Yes.
on your phone.
Yeah.
Yes, we hear it on Tom's phone.
And it kind of feeds back.
Technical difficulties. No worries.
There's a better way, Tom. What is it? Oh, I know. I'm going to get on my phone. I'm going to get on StreamYard on my phone.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So
Any of our community that's been getting voice messages this week from Liz know that some of those voice messages haven't actually gone through. 0. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Roxanne, how are you? I hope your computer's working better than Liz's today.
Hi, Roxanne. Oh my goodness. Yes, we'll blame it on the cool weather, right? We can just blame it on the cool.
No, I was on a Zoom call today complaining about the weather, and I was completely oblivious to the fact that I had one person on the meeting that lives in Colorado. I had one person that lives in Fargo, North Dakota. I had one person who lives like in Alaska.
Oh.
And it was like, I'm not getting any sympathy here, am I?
No, not from Alaska.
Oh.
Or Fargo.
Yeah, we added a new person to the May Central team, and she lives like in Alaska. And I never really considered this before because she's so far west that it's not even Pacific time. It's like 4 hours difference from East Coast.
Oh my God. Yeah. How cold is it in Alaska today?
I think the high was like 15.
Wow. Okay. That's warm actually for up there, I think.
Well, maybe.
I was expecting like -20 was the high.
The temperature was like 28 this morning when I got in my truck, right? And the windshield was dirty. So I hit the windshield washer thing, not really thinking, and wham, just a sheet of ice on my windshield.
Wow. Yeah, it's right now 48 in Atlanta, but I think the wind chill is like 35. It's pretty cool.
Just face it, Don. We're just soft. We've been living in the South.
Southerners, good Lord. Poor Fargo people. They're like their high barely got above 0, I'm sure, today.
We spent some time together a couple of weeks ago out in Las Vegas at the ISSA Convention and Trade Show, ISSA Residential. We had an awesome time.
Yeah, it was really, really by far the best show I've been to. I mean, I've been going since our first year at the ISSA show was in 2020 during the pandemic. So we went with, of course, Liz remembers Ramon on our team. We brought Ramon with us that year. And it was a really exciting, really debut at the ISSA. Granted, it was in the midst of one of the worst crises of our lifetime, but it was interesting to see, the beginning of, I think that was actually 2021, if I'm not mistaken. But this was our 4th venture to the ISSA show. Really exciting, though. Amazing. Just everything that was presented and everything. Oh, wow. Cool. 2 legends. Joe.
Or not cool.
Oh, yeah. Now you're echo.
Okay, so you'll want to turn the speakers off on your computer.
Yep.
Yeah?
Golden.
Beauty. Oh, we're rocking.
Now we're good.
Wow. That was tough, y'all.
That's
Denise
awesome.
rubbing it in. It's 60 degrees and sunny in Colorado.
Oh my
Who?
gosh.
Oh my
Denise.
gosh. Oh, Denise, look at you, Denise. Oh my God, balmy.
It's
Wow.
20 here.
20.
20. Yeah.
You guys don't get really, really cold weather, do you? We might not know. Where do we go?
Yeah. Seattle region does get pretty cool. Yeah, they can.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh,
Well, yeah. Oh, hey, Libby, cheers.
Libby's in the house.
What is Libby's temperature? That's what I really want to know.
Well, she's further south than all of us. Florida is probably, I don't know, they're growing oranges, right? It's got to be warm.
Yep. Libby, oh, Shannon, cheers. How are you? Yes, awesome.
So
All right. Well, let's
Liz
dive in.
Liz is kind of here, but for some reason her camera's.
There we go. Wow. All right. We can't make this up, can we, Liz? We can't make this up. There are no words.
Okay, Tammy says it's 48.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Can you guys hear me?
My temperature says 48.
Can you
but I
guys
tell
hear
you,
me?
Yes,
We can
we're
hear
good,
you,
Liz.
Liz.
Yes? I can
Yeah.
hear you.
That's
No.
awesome. Yes.
What the heck?
Well,
What
wait a
is going on?
Tech from
Tom-
hell today.
Can you hear us through your?
Oh, now there's two of me
Mhm.
Right.
again.
That's awesome. I love it.
One is my computer.
We are surrounded by Liz. We're good.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Well, here, let me.
Somebody's got to
Can
mute
you hear
their
us?
stuff. Yeah.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you,
Okay, we can hear you.
We're good.
but you're going to get the feedback because the only way I can hear you is through my speakers.
Yeah, I mean,
I
what's
can
wrong with
just
your-
I
what
can
is wrong
hear you
with
on
your
my phone.
You've got us muted on your phone. Can you unmute us on your phone?
Wow. Okay.
That doesn't look like it's true.
Yeah.
Cozy in
I wonder if we have
Cincinnati
any.
at
I wonder if we
46.
have any first time guests here, viewers, because this would. We're normally not this tragic.
My gosh.
Oh, it's
Sweet.
46 in Cincinnati. So we'll just do the weather report today.
That's awesome. The AI intervention. Love that.
No,
Good. Yep. Lower this.
I don't know, y'all.
Oh, this is Liz, Shannon, by the way.
yeah.
I would love to tell you that I'm not normally this bad, but yeah, I am.
No, that's
No.
not true.
Yeah, actually,
You're,
it's not lately,
you're
right?
exceptionally bad right now. Look, you just disappeared again.
Oh my God. Well, so we got an AI conversation to have today, don't we, Tom?
We're efforting. Yes, we do.
I've got a little presentation I can pull up here. That's PowerPoint.
Well, please.
That would
Let's
help.
frame up a little bit. Introduce yourself, Don. I mean, I
Sure,
think most
sure.
people probably know you, but just to cover all
Yeah.
the bases.
So my name is Don Stormo, in case you hadn't heard. We founded MarketPros as a concept in 2006. So obviously we've now arrived at our third iteration of our company and our agency. I was really Don on a laptop way back when. And now with the advent of AI, we reinvented ourselves this year. This has been a total reinvention year for us, as with a lot of digital marketing agencies around the world, really. AI has transformed our industry and yours, Tom. I mean, really, almost every industry has been touched at some level by AI. It's amazing to see this. We've embraced it wholeheartedly. But you know, my background is marketing. Actually, my mom tells me in the 8th grade that that was literally the moment that she said, I need to pursue something in marketing, advertising. And here I am, like a teenager, going, oh, what is all of this stuff? So, but she saw my creativity before, and really my talents and technology, even before I noticed them myself. So it's been a
Hey,
passion of
Liz,
mine.
you're going to have to turn your speakers off because it's giving us a feedback.
A little echo there. No worries. But yeah, my
Really
my
wish I
career
could hear you.
Sorry, go ahead.
She can't hear us.
No, it's all good. Okay, no worries.
I don't even
So,
know.
Do you have earbuds? Well, it doesn't work because you can't hear us over your phone. I don't get that.
Well, anyway, so pursuing all three of these companies of ours, this third iteration, we founded in April, and really evolved what we had developed over the last 15 years, 18 years actually to that point, in 2024. So we evolved it into an AI-centric digital marketing agency where all members on our team have AI tools at their disposal. So that's from obviously blog writing. That's become a huge thing with AI, but there are absolutely no copy pasting activities happening with AI from a blog that is generated by AI into a content. Google absolutely does not approve of that. We actually take this original idea that we craft through prompts and making sure the blog is right. And we're actually, curating it really through the prompts. So, and then we have to customize it still. And then we put it in through an AI detector. We want to make sure that it is a human sounding blog. It can't be gobbledygook. So, I mean, that's just one of many examples why you cannot take what comes out of AI and just expect that to go right into content. It still has to be curated. So that's where the marketing agency concept surrounding AI is actually, we now have an executive assistant to actually help us be better at what we do. So I have a team of 9, and that's really kind of how we've evolved this year. Really, we've got a web design department, we've got a blog department, we've got a graphics and video department. All these different, components of an agency we now work together in concert to produce quality content for our clients. So that's really where we take it.
AI has changed how you're doing work, doing the marketing activities, developing content in the various mediums that you do, but it doesn't do it without human intervention. You just can't write a blog article is what I'm hearing.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you can, but it's something that you don't want to post. What happens if you are using just raw AI generated like blog articles on your website? Do you get penalized for that?
Google is not kind at all to you on that. So they, of course, one thing we've noticed as, remember, ChatGPT came out way before Gemini did. They were already experimenting with Bard not too long after, this is Google, of course, experimenting with Bard after ChatGPT came out. So for the first time, Google is playing catch up. ChatGPT was the one that popped the genie out of the bottle, right?
Right.
And then Google now playing catch up with Gemini, which is the evolution of Bard. They are actually favoring any content that is generated by their Gemini.
By their AI and penalizing it from somebody else.
Because they can. And then, of course, ChatGPT blogs, we got to make sure those are curated properly. So
if I'm using, so you recommend that you use Gemini as an AI tool to write your blog articles as opposed to?
You can use both. We found you can use both. Get your ideas going in chat. We like the content quality actually of chat because they are the oldest now in this, just over 2-year, technology. So we recommend curating it through chat, pulling it into Gemini, and then curating it at that level. So we actually put it through a process. There's a process flow for how content is generated. And that's just on the blogs. So remember, it goes further than just written content or verbiage. We're now using chat to help us generate images. I'll be the first to confess that one of our clients, we generated a workshop logo. The origins of that logo for that particular workshop started in ChatGPT. Totally. And then we curated it. We had our graphics team curate this one image. I know Liz knows the one I'm talking about. But yeah.
So now I'm going to go to Core Profit Builders and start poking around. I want to find the AI generated logo.
I'll just go and say it. Has to do a little bit with a lion, maybe. But anyway, just saying. But no, that was a lot of fun because it started as one iteration. And we kept evolving, and kept getting ideas from our human team on what kind of colors we should be using in this. How should this badge for this workshop even look? And that is where the human interaction with AI really has taken flight. So here we go.
So
Go back one.
I guess it's rotated off.
Go back one more. There we go.
This guy right here was AI generated?
Started as AI, yes, and then our team curated it to get to the final look.
Okay.
It's gonna make some cool swag, I think.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep. So that is really one of our first really deep dives into, hey, how can we do logo generation? So that's where like a cleaning business owner out there is maybe looking for a really cool identity. Start with some Chat GPT prompts. Hey, describe exactly what you want. We actually, and I'm going to take ownership of this one. I'm the one that actually was prompting Chat to start gearing this lion concept to what you see here on the screen. And then we had to keep refining. Then I got my graphics team involved. I said, okay, here's the base. Now rock with it. Okay. And they started really tinkering with some more of the colors because we needed to match a color palette, for the brand kit. So we really kind of kept tinkering, and we ended up with that. But there's a lot of possibilities with this. And remember, we have to always remember, one thing we've heard repeated a little bit lately is AI is where it is right now. Think what it's going to be in 1 year, 2 years. Imagine 5 years from now when it's coming up on 2030. Imagine what AI is going to be doing in 5 years. And to think that AI just celebrated just over its second birthday, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So wow, there's so many different ways that we can go with this.
Mm-hmm.
All the ways that you're currently using AI, so you develop content. SEO is still a thing. Do you guys provide SEO services?
We do, and you can use SEO. You can use AI involved with SEO, especially when you're analyzing trends. You're looking for keywords, very specific keywords. You can get keyword lists from Chat and from Gemini. And those are our two primary favorites. There are others that are being developed. We actually have a dedicated AI research hub in our Slack channel for all of our team members to continue scouring the web for new tools. There are hundreds, if not thousands, being developed globally all the time. So what we're doing is literally researching how can we use certain AI tools to enhance the value for what we're doing for our clients. Oh gosh, I wish we could hear Liz. I bet she has an amazing question. Can you type in the comments, Liz, too? Yeah. Oh, cool. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, I've got a little conversational presentation here if you'd like us to maybe shift over to that, just to kind of give us some material to really talk about in this intense conversation.
Let's jump into that.
Okay, cool. Let me do share screen, and let's go to the entire screen, and we'll go to number 5. There we go. Oh. Okay. So we've already gotten through my little intro here. So can you see my screen here, Tom? There we go.
We're getting there. Yep. Okay.
So it's kind of diving in. I mean, there's a lot of challenges out there faced by every cleaning business owner out there. Struggling to attract and retain customers. Limited time, resources to manage marketing. Seasonal demand, right? Those going to go. We always have spring cleaning, right? We go down in the dip of vacation season. We come up again for the pop of, of the holidays from early October through the end of the year, and the cycle kind of starts all over again. Down again in January, up again for spring cleaning. That seasonal fluctuation. That's where AI and humans really interact well, because we're going to know, hey, need some ideas to what? Not me sitting here in ChatGPT making logos. But so thinking about those seasonal demands, definitely use AI to say, I need some creative ideas for January, and I need them now because those holidays are going to pass, and boom. What are we going to do in January, right? Get ready for the Super Bowl. That's Groundhog's Day, right?
Yeah, in January, beginning of February.
Yeah, so difficulty standing out in such a hyper-competitive market. I mean, I think about, the different population centers of the country, where Candace is down in Houston. A lot of competition down there. Really expanding your creativity. This is where, as creatives, we have a group of 10 creatives, including myself on the team. We all get to have this cool, out-of-the-box thinker. We can just prompt and go, okay, I thought of this. What do you think of this? and then get its feedback. What could we potentially, achieve with market potential on any one idea? So that's where difficulty standing out in a competitive market really can take hold. And of course, uncertainty about what marketing strategies work. This is, again, another interaction point between AI. You can ask, hey, I'm uncertain about this strategy. What do you think? And it'll go aggregate, all of the results that have been happening and at least give you a pretty good summary, and you can keep prompting at that point.
Do you find that to be useful when you ask it, what do you think? You think this is a good idea or not? I mean, can you use that to say, Tom, that's a really dumb idea. You don't want to do that.
You can. I mean, you can actually, I've actually challenged the responses it's given me and just push back, right? Be the devil's advocate for a minute and try to get chat to interact with you from a devil's advocate perspective. Definitely. And it'll give you, I'm sorry, you didn't like that. What do you think of this? So that's a really fun back and forth too. So, but yeah. So I can kind of talk a little bit about how AI contributes to marketing success. So data analysis, we're going to be talking a little bit about how AI identifies customer trends and preferences. We can definitely, actually go in by different geos and, ask what AI thinks of a certain region that we're trying to target. We can ask it for the certain, characteristics of the clients, So sorry, I wanted to respond to some of these comments here too. I do like saying those answers are not good. Oh, what is that?
That's Liz.
Okay, go ahead. Yes. Okay. What's she saying?
When AI gives her an answer, just responding, those answers.
Got it. Yeah.
They stink.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to go back and forth with that. I really do wish that we could hear from Liz right now. I like hearing her tone. Don't you take tone with me, right? Oh, so automation, streamlining repetitive tasks. The entire marketing world is almost like bowing down to go high level. We have endorsed it. We are actively training our team to be able to fulfill all kinds of different services in the go high level space. So we know that automation of things is the present and the future. So this is where we highly recommend the go high level environment and ecosystem. And I know that there's a wide variety of people in the industry that have discovered this tool. So I wanted to ask you, Tom, is there any kind of interactions that Go High Level and Made Central are looking at implementing in the coming year, the new year? Just curious.
There is. We've got a couple of paths that we're considering at this point, but we have a lot of Made Central partners who have an interest in High Level, and
Nice.
they're using High Level now in conjunction with integrating with Made Central, but
Awesome.
we want to make that a lot more robust than what it currently is, and we will in 2025.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was already probably in the works. Just gut told me, oh yeah, absolutely, very amazing software together. Oh my God, so
it's like chocolate and peanut butter. We'll make a Reese's cup.
What's Candace saying here? My favorite thing is to say, make me right in this answer, or make sure I win this conversation. Or argument with my man. That's hysterical. Wow. Way to go, Candace. Oh, so predictive analytics. This is a good one. Anticipating demand with seasonal spikes. I mean, again, that gets back to the spring cleaning and the holiday cleaning time. So, and then optimization, tracking campaign performance. Absolutely. Ensuring resources are spent efficiently. So asking it, how many dollars do you think I should put into any one zip code or any one region of the country that you're trying to target? We definitely want to just get AI's take on it. At least it's more intelligence than you had before, right?
Yeah.
So for sure. So obviously this is going to be a really general conversation about how AI and humans interact. So there's obviously millions of rabbit holes we could take on this. So when I was thinking about how to do this today, I was like, whew.
It's a tough habit to develop, but honestly, when you're doing your work, you're constantly asking questions of yourself. Should I do this? Should I do that? But should I spend? What zip codes? What title, tagline, whatever. You got an assistant that you can be asking that potentially has a lot better answers than you do, or at least it's going to help you come up with a better answer.
Yep.
And we're having these discussions with ourselves all day long. We need to be having more of these discussions with an AI tool.
Totally. As I was saying earlier, that's where this back and forth, you can truly have a chat with the AI and really question your ideas in real time. I love that. So now, I've got the 9 members on my team. Technically, we have 18 if you include all of the preferred AI that each one of our team members has. So and this is not just in the context of verbiage and images. We have one individual on our team who's tinkering with it with video and animations like I have never seen from any of the CG movies that we've had put out. So I'm really, really fascinated with the possibilities that this individual is presenting to us. I'm like, yes, this is really, really cool. It's so far beyond what we had as capabilities in our previous iterations of our company. So so getting back to the role of human creativity, right? We don't want to forget, the power of our human brain is still infinitely, way more powerful than AI at this point in history. Who knows if we're going to go down the iRobot or Terminator route, right? I hope not. but crafting campaigns, turning data into relatable and engaging content. That's actually, infusing our emotions into, because we want to generate an emotional reaction, from people when they're looking at an ad. Absolutely. So I got a comment. Is that from you, Liz? Oh, yeah. Google sees AI. How Google sees AI. It's interesting because I was saying earlier, I think this was back when you were having a little bit of technical difficulties, but thinking about blogs, we can't just copy paste stuff into an actual blog from AI. So this was what we were talking about this a little bit earlier, where if we do that, we're going to see search results come down. So how Google sees AI is it still needs to be curated, human touched content. So we're going to start with a concept in AI, but we may end up with a final blog that has been infused with some emotional charging reactions, so that someone that's reading it off of a blog alert will do something with it. We want to get it into a convertible lead, right? That's the whole goal. Percentages. Maybe clarify what you mean by percentages. What do you think that means, Tom? Any percentages?
Not sure. Like what percentage can be
AI?
AI?
Can be AI.
Got you.
I would say it's more like probably like a 60-40. It's not all, like 90-10. I know it's not that. I would say it's like a 60-40. So 60 is being generated out of AI, and then 40 is probably being infused with the Google standards that they have dictated with their algorithm. And remember, that changes monthly, y'all. Google is a moving target. And if anyone tells you that is static, they are totally wrong. So we have to make sure we understand each month, mainly each quarter, but primarily each month, what are Google's actual standards on a blog? Where are they going to downrank you? Where are they going to uprank you? So that's, to your question, Liz, I believe I'd say 60-40. And that is my interpretation of how we've been applying it. So.
Hey, Don, Liz sent me a link of a video of Elon Musk, and she thinks that could be useful to us. Let me see if I can figure out how to add this to our discussion.
Okay. Yeah,
And
and I believe Liz asked, where do we get that info? That's primarily going to be on Google. Like you can literally Google. There's different search spots. The SEO Journal. I'll put a few other links in a comment after this so that we can properly go through this. But I'll make sure I put that out there for everyone. The links that there's SEO Journal is one, but you can actually just Google the most recent Google algorithm changes. And there's a variety of links that will show you what they are looking for this month. When the spam rollouts came out earlier this year, the anti-spam rollouts, they were specifying the blogs had to be structured a certain way. But I'll make sure to drop some specific links in this, right after this video ends today.
let me try this and see if it works.
Oh, Elon. Oh, yeah.
If you're not deleting a part or process step at least 10% of the time, basically, if you're not adding things back in 10% of the time, you're clearly not deleting enough. Right. And then only the third step is simplify or optimize. The third step, not the first step. The reason it's the third step is because it's very common. It's possibly the most common error of a smart engineer is to optimize a thing that should not exist. And then finally, you get to step 4, which is accelerate cycle time. You're moving too slowly, go faster. But don't go faster until you have worked on the other 3 things first. And then the final step is automate. Now, I personally made the mistake of going backwards on all 5 steps, multiple times, where literally I automated, accelerated, simplified, and then deleted. Step 1, make a requirements list dump. Step 2, delete the part or process step. If you're not deleting a part or process step at least 10% of the time, basically, if you're not adding things back in 10% of the time, you're clearly not deleting enough. Right. And then only the third step is simplify or optimize. The third step, not the first step. The reason it's the third step is because it's very common. It's possibly the most common error of a smart engineer is to optimize a thing that should not exist. And then finally, you get to step 4, which is accelerate cycle time. You're moving too slowly, go faster. But don't go faster until you have worked on the other 3 things first. And then the final step is automate. Now, I personally made the mistake of going backwards on all 5 steps, multiple times, where literally I automated, accelerated, simplified, and then deleted. Step 1.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. Very interesting for sure. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got some good ideas here relative to what we're talking about. So, he's one of many, people in the industry right now trying to help guide us in such, uncertain times, because it's still the Wild West. AI itself is still the Wild West. There's no governing agency or anything like that out there.
Let's talk about this just for a second, because there was a book came out in the 80s about re-engineering. It's been rebranded now. Digital transformation is kind of the word, but can't remember the guy's name. Doesn't really matter. But the point was that too often we automate. We take an analog process and we just basically digitize it without even thinking about how do we change the process, how do we take steps out of it and simplify it. They use the analogy of paving the cow paths. I don't know how many of you are like from the country and have ever seen like a cow pasture and how cows move through a pasture, but they tend to take the same path and they get to the point where they really beat the grass down. There's no grass. It's just hard dirt, but they don't take a straight line. Like they'll have the barn on one side of the pasture and like the pond or the watering hole will be like on the other end of the pasture, and they'll meander all through. And why they do that, nobody really knows. But the point is, you don't want to pave the cow path. You want to take the opportunity to make a straight line and then pave that. And I think in a way that was some of what Elon was trying to get us to think about. I see Liz nodding her head yes. So
Mhm. Oh yeah. Hey, my granddaddy was a farmer. He had a lot of cows and soybeans, but the cows did actually do what you're talking about. That's fascinating. You brought the cows into that.
yeah.
Absolutely. So, okay. Well, I've got a few other slides here. I only got 9 slides in this presentation. So
Let me get back to that.
So yeah, I think the emotional piece. I'm really glad. As I was getting ready for this, to really want to make sure I put a bullet point in for the emotional piece. A lot of marketing is emotional. You're trying to, you think about the cleaning industry. All these cleaners going in to give them the time to spend with their children, or the homeowners or the parents to spend time with, doing the things that enrich their lives and their own lives, right? That is a majorly emotional decision that someone would make to do that, to bring a cleaning company into the house. So we do try to keep infusing our connection to making, their lives better, in an ad, in any one ad or any one blog. That's the why matters, right? So emotional resonance is where, this is something that AI is going to take a stab at, but I don't know that that's going to go as well as it would with a human. So that's where, I've told my team, I like, make sure we're thinking on an emotional level when we're curating the AI verbiage, because that's the stuff that's going to lead to conversions, I think. Just getting back to why human. So yeah, and experimentation, A/B testing. This is, like I said earlier, we're in a Wild West moment. A/B testing is huge. You need to be trying different things, seeing what ended up leading to more conversions than less. That is a huge part of this.
Explain what A/B testing is. What is that?
Yeah.
How does that
So
work?
this is a trial and error moment. So you're going to put A out there. It's one concept, maybe with one list of different emotional attributes that may have been inspired by an AI idea. We're going to try that. We're going to actually go and post something, see what kind of likes, reactions, comments, shares on a social media post. That's where A is going to go through, and a B. Oh, B went way further than A. Okay, well now we need to use that type of content to curate to go forward. A did okay, B did amazing. Repeat B again. You may even have A/B testing again with what did great. You may have a great, and then you have an outstanding, right? So A/B testing can branch through different experimentation, test periods, right? So yeah, that's what A/B testing means to us, is literally a little bit of trial and error. You get good, you get better, you get amazing, and that's just going to be a process. So what do you think A/B testing is? I'd like to hear your thoughts compared to what I just said there.
No, I agree with you. I just we develop content, an ad campaign, whatever, and we think it's awesome. And it might be aesthetically pleasing, it might make us happy because it's catching the thing that we want to catch. But at the end of the day, is it getting what result are we looking
Is
for?
it getting a sale? Did A get 1 sale and B got 3 sales? Go with B. Did B get 3 sales one time and then another A/B branches off of that B, right? So you can literally keep getting better if you are constantly looking at A and B, and then evolving the best of those results in terms of sales. I agree with you 100% that sales drives what A and B, result led to. So iteration. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an iterative process. You're constant improvement, and you have to measure what you're doing here. You want to, when you get a sale, to the best that you can. You've got some wonderful tools out there that can help with this, depending upon what mediums you're using to do your marketing through, to do attribution. So if you get a customer, what got that customer into the funnel and what got them over the finish line, and you do A/B testing to figure out what works better, and you do more of that.
Yeah, do that amazing thing again.
Or as long as it works.
Yes, because it's not going to work forever. Yeah, you're right.
Part of that is the market. Part of that is people get tired of the people that appeal to. You've already reached them, and the people that it doesn't appeal to, they didn't like it to begin with. And then Google changes how it is. So there's a lot of moving parts. Everything changes.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, because it's not one-dimensional at all. It is a dynamic, fluid, ever-changing. We have generational shifts occurring, in the marketplace. And as those generational shifts happen, appeal and dislike is going to change over time. And you have to be, I'd say the number one word that we use a lot on my team is adaptability. We have to be so adaptable. Like, you cannot stay stagnant at all. Ethical oversight. A confusing issue. What do you mean by ethical oversight? I mean, I know what that means. Give me a clarification. Ethical oversight meaning the ethics of AI? What do you mean? Or AI, what do you, yeah, let's hear I'd like to hear what a point of clarification.
From a,
what do you think that means, Tom? I'm curious.
Well, you've got this in your deck here. Did the AI spit this out for you and you didn't read it closely? Be honest, Don.
Oh no, I collaborated with AI. Yes, I put my knowledge into this, and yes.
So it's in your deck. Humans are bringing storytelling, ethical oversight.
Yeah, I really like this one. Storytelling is my key word of that line. So storytelling is really, we're going to be talking, we're telling a story through all of our marketing efforts. Any brand we end up with as a client, we're telling a story based on their experience and then infusing a best way to get that message out, right? What's going to bring in a sale through that story. So, but yeah, so ethical oversight, that's going to be like us not just copy pasting content from AI and using it, right? That's, not only not ethical, but it's not our material. We want it to be from our ideas and refine our ideas into, a creative element that will market properly. So, but yeah.
I mean, that's a good point. You can ask AI to do something for you and spit something out that reads really nice that you can kind of get excited about. But if it's not you, if it's not what you do, or if it's not reflective of your culture, your values, and, it's not going to serve you well. Even if you wind up getting some business out of it, in the long run, you're setting yourself up for some bad outcomes.
Yeah. You can't, we don't use it all the time either. I mean, we're going to be literally pushing back and saying, you know what, maybe chat isn't answering this right. Or maybe, Gemini isn't answering this right. And that is going to be reliant on our own experience and our own interpretation. We're not looking to replace human here. We are using it as an assistant. And that is all. So, we're still marketing professionals, in our case, and for the cleaning business owner, they're still cleaning business professionals. You cannot replace human ideas with AI 100%. Anybody that's doing that is not ethical, I don't believe, in my opinion. So how am I determining the ethics? I need to think on that. How am I determining the ethics? I would say originality. We can't replace human with AI, period. I don't see how that makes sense long term. Why are we going to literally outsource our entire originality to a technology that's still in the Wild West mode, right? There's no real rules on AI. So I don't know. That's not the best answer I think I could give to that.
It kind of gets down into, like, one of the definitions of quality is say what you do and do what you say. And if you're using AI to represent you and say this is who we are and this is what we do, and if it's not genuine, if it's not really who you are and what you do, then you're going to attract customers, but they're not going to be happy because you're not, what you said isn't what you are and what you do.
Yeah. Good call. So, and continue on here.
Let's just made a face.
Oh no. Oh no. We got a face from Liz. Wow. Oh my gosh. So this actually, the next slide really speaks a little bit to this. AI does lack emotional intelligence. You think about EQ, right, Tom? You've heard of the term EQ, emotional intelligence.
Yes,
Really
that's
books
a
out
word.
there.
It's there's books on it. That's one of the things. A lot of the interview hiring process. You want to ask questions to check people's emotional quotient.
Yeah, I believe I've got a pretty decent EQ. I try to really empathize with the human condition and what everyone faces in their day to day. It does make me, I think, a really good fit for the role that I'm in a marketing capacity, because you're going to do a lot better job, I think, selling on a emotional level than just a raw. I don't like the used car salesman, y'all. I cannot stand used car salesmen. And I feel like they lack EQ. They're manipulative and cunning, and they really rub me wrong. I don't not like buying a car from a used car salesman. I would much rather buy it on Carvana or something like that. But I think EQ is the thing that AI is going to lack in, and that's where our blend of putting human, interacting with the tool that's going to be an idea machine, and then mixing with an EQ is going to be a much better result when we're curating the content at the end.
So right now, I guess that's like one of the humans' biggest roles in this whole thing is the emotional aspect of it.
I feel that you can really challenge your ideas in AI, but then adding the EQ on top of that, and that's where the content gets really, I think, adjusted to where it can do a better job selling. So
I think Liz has some different thoughts to how we were addressing the ethics part of this.
Yeah.
So if AI delivers something that's accurate, is it okay to use it as it is then? I guess it depends on how you're using it. If it's AI generating, if it doesn't pass the smell test from a AI tool, verification tool, then it's probably a bad idea to use it as it is if you're going to use it for SEO purposes, because it's going to hurt you rather than help you.
Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
If you ask it to develop a logo for you and it spits out something that you think it's awesome as is, I don't think it's an original piece. It's original. It's not a duplicate. As I understand it, every AI generated image is unique.
Yes, and get this, Tom. They're all commercial royalty free. We do not have to worry about that yet. I have not heard anything yet or read anything yet that says generative AI is copywritten.
It's your logo. So, you're not making any warranties expressed or implied that, I drew that by hand. It's just our logo. It doesn't really matter where it came from. So I guess it depends. If you're writing an article and you put your name on it as the byline and AI, spit it out 100%, I guess you need to. There's a saying, like in college they call that plagiarism. In business they call that best practices. So it's kind of all over the spectrum there. You kind of have to make your own decision as where you are with that.
Yeah, 100%. What's Roxanne got here? AI is an incredible assistant. Is great for helping step back and view authentic situations from different perspectives. I love that. Have y'all heard the phrase "perspective matters"? It really does. This is a really good comment. I like that, Roxanne. Yeah, for sure. Cool. It's easy to think that just because something is original, truthful, accurate, that it's ethical to use. Yeah, right. Totally. Yeah. All right. let's see here. So human creativity ensures marketing campaigns are relatable, authentic, and as they relate to humans involved in cleaning a home and the human's home that is being cleaned. So this gets back to, I still believe this is where we're talking about the interaction between EQ and AI. You know, so we're definitely auditing it, making sure and when we're kind of reviewing the final, we're about ready to go live with, either a website or any kind of social media. Does it relate? Can the homeowner see themselves in that post or in that home that we took an image of to add to the curated content, right? So we want to, make sure as someone be willing to, hey, I need to at least give them a call. They get me, right? So that's for the cleaning business owner out there for sure. Yeah, professionals adapt strategies in real time when AI's rigidity falls short. I like that. Rigidity, right? We don't want rigidity. We want adaptability, as I said earlier. So, but yeah, so we already talked about ethics. I think a little bit on that point.
So the context of being like insensitive or
Yes.
relevant. I mean, that's kind of speaking to Liz's question.
Yep.
As well, that just because AI says it, I mean, you might not, before AI, it might be, something that you never would want to say just because it doesn't, fit your values or, it's in bad taste. It doesn't make it any better if AI says it. It's still in bad taste or something that if you shouldn't say it, you shouldn't say it. It doesn't matter where it came from.
Chat, you went there? Really? Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely, Liz, for sure. All right, so why this AI human approach is important for cleaning business owners. So obviously we're saving time and resources, allowing the focus on core marketing. We're leveling the playing field against larger competitors. We're thinking outside the box. Each cleaning business owner is truly thinking outside the box here. So we're creating marketing strategies that drive real engagement and ROI with human intuition. We're future-proofing your business in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. So all that's really saying is you're different. You're different. If you're using this AI plus human approach versus just AI or versus just human, you're different. And we're all looking for something to stand out in our respective marketplaces, right? What makes each business unique? Well, having the human AI interaction allows you to really challenge your ideas on what makes you different, right? You've got access now to the entire aggregate that AI pulls from around the planet to help make you, identify your differences. What sets you apart? What's your specialty? Are you the cleaning company that folds the little? I love the little origami on the toilet tissue. Liz, did American Made ever do that? Y'all did. But I mean, maybe AI can challenge each cleaning business owner's special thing, and then marketing in that. What best ways to market that difference? That's where I think that human AI merging is a lot more collaborative. So, I put another plug in here for a high level, just, the practical AI cleaning businesses. You think about, again, I love the keyword list ideas. Before we relied more or less on Google's, analytics, not just analytics, but analytics on paid ads. The keyword planner, I'm sure you all are familiar with the keyword planner, Tom. I'm sure you've tinkered with the keyword planner a bit. That was really all in the old days before AI. We really had to rely on certain tools like that and different aggregates that followed after that. But now with chat, Gemini, and all that, we can say, for this zip code, what are the most popular keywords? Literally, AI is pulling in by zip code which keywords really work well.
We are pressing the top of the hour, Don. What do we have on our last slide?
Yeah, so it's like here, this is really Q&A discussion points. So we definitely picked up on some of those Q&As along the way. Thank you, Liz.
If we wanted to get a hold of you, Don, if somebody wants more information about what we're discussing here or the services you offer, what's the best way for them to do that?
Don@MarketPros.AI. That is my main email
Don
address.
at Market Pros. Do you have a website?
I
know
do.
you do.
And it's the same as the part of the email, MarketPros.AI. Pretty simple.
Let's take the last minute here. We got 60 seconds. Where do you see AI going in 2025 and beyond?
I think it's going to be infusing so many concepts. Oh my gosh, it's way longer than 60 seconds for me to give that diatribe.
That's all you got.
Yeah, I would say we're going to see the capabilities of Gemini really take hold, because Google will not let chat beat it. So I can't wait to see what Gemini looks like in 6 months. Right now, you think about where Gemini is, it's playing big time catch up. I foresee a big leap over chat by Google. They've got the most money. They still do.
They have a lot of money.
They took a lot of the money from ads over the years. I know they are little. So here's the thing for all the listeners: make sure you check out Google Marketing Live in May. That comes out every May. It's free. It's a webinar. Anyone can sign up for it. Google Marketing Live. I guarantee you that is going to be crazy amazing. So
there's a lot of schools of thought to this, and you might be right, but there was a time when America Online and Yahoo had a lot of
America Online. That feels like an antique to say that word now, doesn't it?
And there's a school of thought that the whole people aren't going to want to do search; they just want answers, and that kind of opens it up to a lot of different people.
Yep. Awesome. Well, yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity to just have this really awesome conversation. It gave me even more ideas as we were talking, of things that to think about and to challenge AI with, and challenge my team with, challenge myself with. We want to be continuously evolving how we use these amazing new technologies that exist. So, yep.
Absolutely. Thank you, Don. I mean, you're always fun and bring useful information. I love working with you, and thank you for sharing.
No problem.
Material you pulled together for us. MarketPros.AI. If you want to see more about Don and his business, reach out to him. He'd love to have a discussion with you.
Discovery call, y'all.
Might be able to do some awesome things for you. So we're going to go ahead and call it a wrap. We got a week to get Liz's microphone fixed. And we're going to be back next Wednesday, 5 o'clock Eastern. Till then.
Have a blessed day, y'all. Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.